that Mr. Lazar's problem is of an emotional disturbance nature, really much more than the criminal nature. I've been reading everything here, and I agree with, in spite of what you say, Mr. Lukens, I think that that it is a substantial penalty that he has in fact been convicted of a felony. I have letters from Dan Stegman, who was surveillance manager at the Sahara and Hacienda Resorts. I have statements from George Knapp. I have reviewed the material from Mark Fierro, from Mr. Bilbray's office. I'm impressed with all of that. I note that although it doesn't show a lot of income, we do have a W-2 form of record that shows that he worked for the United States Department of Naval Intelligence.
Very important point.
Evidently, based on what you say, that affirms that Detective Bill Young, who investigated this, does not have any objection to probation. I was impressed with the letter from the defendant, in which he acknowledges that his actions were irresponsible and they caused great embarrassment and pain to me and my loved ones. I think that all of that is appropriate to put on the record. I have a letter from Don Williams, a friend of his who is a businessman in our community. I was impressed with the fact that no police investigation was involved in this case, I guess, until he confessed on television.
Major police
and I also note that he is in fact listed in the Los Alamos National Laboratory telephone directory. It's obvious that it's very difficult to get information on Mr. Lazar from government sources, enormously difficult. With all of that in mind, it seems to me here's what's appropriate under the circumstances. In addition to the $20 administrative assessment, this court does now sentence you, Robert Lazar, confinement in the Nevada Department of Prisons for a period of 3 years. I'll extend that sentence and place you on an indeterminate period of probation not to exceed 3 years, subject to the following terms and conditions. Number one, I think you can do some useful community service, and I will order that you do 150 hours of community service during the period of probation. Number two, that you have no contact with prostitutes or brothels, be they legal or illegal, during your term of probation. Number three, I'm going to order that you have psychotherapy once a week with a qualified psychiatrist, psychologist, or American family counselor for a period of 1 year. And thereafter, if the professional does not feel you're ready to be released. And it is my understanding that you are willing to give up your passport. It seems to me that's probably appropriate. Should you have a business need to travel, I would imagine that that could be worked out with your probation officer. That will be the sentence. Thank you.
Pretty harsh for trumped up charges. This third